Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Let me do it again. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Irad, and so this is a game that I've been talking a few times on the channel. I've talked about this game for about 2 years now, and I'm so excited about it. It's coming up this month, in the month of March, in just 2 weeks, and they've got this new trailer here, which is the management gameplay trailer. It's Taxi Life, a realistic taxi game in a 1-to-1 scale representation of Barcelona in Catalonia. I'm so excited about this. And again, as I'm somebody who used to own a fleet of vehicle for passenger transport. I used to do that in the previous life. I know I kind of look young, but I did a lot of things in my life, and I was a business owner. I had several cars, a total up to 4. My fleet of vehicles had up to 4 cars at some point, and I know pretty much everything about this business. And that's why I'm excited, because I can share my knowledge, right? I can share what's going on. I've done it all, and I'm gonna be able to play this, and that's so cool.
Hello, and welcome to Barcelona.
Oh man, look at all those details and how this is all in game. It's not even a cinematic, right? It's not a cutscene. It's all in game, and you're gonna be able to drive around these landscapes. You're gonna be able to drive your passengers to these landscapes. Slow down, have them maybe to take a picture or something. Maybe tell about the history of those buildings as well via some little chat mini game with your passengers. This is very well done, and this is something that I've been actively been taking part of in their Discord. I've been really giving them some feedback since day one that this has been open to the public, and I'm so glad that they've been listening. And a lot of the anecdote that I did give them back like 2 years ago when I started sharing my thought and experience with them, they've actually put them in the game. So these developers, they've really been listening to the feedback, and they've really tried their best to make this as realistic as possible.
Diego, welcome to the company. Today, new guy, I'm going to explain the nuts and bolts of being a cabbie. So listen carefully, or you're not touching a steering wheel. The core tenet of being a driver is in the name. It's driving, and it's gotta be flawless. I'll assign you the...
Of course, these are not real vehicles, but we can definitely tell what these vehicles are inspired from. That's obviously inspired by a Mercedes V-Class
right
there.
car.
This is obviously inspired by the E-Class for Mercedes-Benz as
right
well. This is obviously inspired by the Toyota Wish, which I think has a different name in Europe, right? But in Asia, it's a very common taxi, right? This is obviously inspired by, I think it's the Hyundai Ioniq. That's what it is, right?
For example, this
So cool. And that's obviously inspired by the Tesla Model 3.
one is fast, with high acceleration. I give it to my drivers when they're assigned to areas far from the city center, especially during night shifts when the traffic is less intense.
So they can go a little fast, right? And that is so cool. Look at all those motorcycles parked. You got the little marker here that tells you where to go.
I regularly buy new vehicles with the profits, and believe me, I only pick the best.
That's so cool. You got the client patience here. Your client may be losing patience. There's got a little difficulty based on, the traffic or how many problems there are going to be along the way. That's so cool.
The car you drive must also be immaculate.
Yes, that is true. That is true. If your car is dirty, your customers are going to point it out. They're going to leave you a bad review. They will not give you a tip, maybe.
I've made sure that the exterior is attractive and the interior comfortable, so that all that's left is to clean it and make sure you refuel or recharge at a service station.
Oh yeah, that is a staple of a professional driver, cleaning the car, man. I don't know how many times. Sometimes I was cleaning my car up to 3 times a day. It's like on a rainy day. We have those days when it's rainy. You have showers, rainy, sunny, rain again. The car gets dirty all the time. When you come to your client, you don't want to be showing a car that looks dirty.
Trust me, the customers won't let you live it down if you run out of gas with them in the back.
Oh, that is a big no-no. That's after every big trip. Of course, if you have like 2 trips back to back and the destination is not too far, you don't need to refuel. But usually I refuel every day.
Oh, speaking of customers, this is a job that
There we go, right? This is where you have like, little conversation thing. You can have different choices of what to say. Be careful what you're gonna say, and you have to really gauge the personality of your customer as well. Otherwise, they may be pissed. You may do a faux pas, or you're not gonna get your tip. I wish I was as enthusiastic as you.
demands great people skills.
That's what I wanted to achieve. Driving cars, something I've always loved. Oh, you got a little avatar as well.
Often have requests or start conversation and can be very generous with tips if you keep them happy.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, sometimes people, and that's something I've seen. You drive people around for a day or take them to the airport, to their destination as quickly as possible. Boom, 200 euros. I've seen that.
Happy. You'll meet some who are challenging. The other day, one guy asked me to get to his destination as fast as possible, rules be damned.
And this is one of the situations that I told the devs. This happened to me one day. I was like, it's a true story. I was at Charles de Gaulle Airport in the north of Paris, and it was about 7:45 p.m. He told me to go to the Musée Rodin in the middle of Paris city, like really the core of the city. At 8:30, I had 45 minutes to go there on a Monday night. Monday night, rush hours. It was absolutely impossible. I drove on the emergency lanes. I crossed red lights. It was like, same. He did. Don't worry about the fines. My boss did tell me that. Don't worry about the fines. We'll pay everything. And that's the kind of situation they've put in the game, and that is awesome.
Not an easy task in a city like Barcelona. It's easy to get caught on one of the one-way streets. But he told me I didn't have to worry about fines. And strangely enough, he was right. I've also met the opposite. People with their seatbelts tucked so tight, their eyes bulge out of their sockets.
That's who I am. When I'm a passenger in a taxi, that's who I am. Because, I was a professional. I know all the ins and outs. So every time I have a driver, like I take an Uber or another type of chauffeur service here in Taipei, where I live, I always look, do they have the right tire pressure? Do they have, are there any problem with the car? Is everything clean? Do they have the tissues? Is there any trash left down there? I check everything.
Demanding you don't break a single rule.
Oh, yeah.
For them, if you forget to signal before turning, that's it. They're fuming.
Yep.
But don't worry, most clients are just normal tourists. You can also count on your car.
That's so cool that you can have, this management system here where you buy all the cars and you have, drivers. And I've had drivers driving for me as well. It's, you really have to assign the right driver based on their personality with how you perceive the client is going to be as well. And they've also done that in the game. But they're all going to have their pros and cons. Some of them will drive perfectly, but will actually not care about the car so much. Some of them will want to have the perfect car, but at the same time, they're not going to be a bit reckless.
Colleagues to give you advice. Meet Mia. She's a VIP driver.
Yeah, the employee gets more profit for driving better cars. Each level increases profit, but she gets car dirty faster. Oh, man.
She'd never damage a car, so I entrust her with the cream of the crop.
Ooh.
There are a lot of customers who like to travel in luxury cars around Villa Olympica. Sadly, she has a habit of bringing them back dirty, but...
Look at that. Yeah, gonna have to clean that car.
Nobody's perfect. If you can be half as serious as her, maybe I'll let you ride in one of my jewels. Just don't take her off-road. But before that, experience.
Can you turn on the AC, right? You're gonna have to press the buttons, turn on the AC, put it at the right temperature.
Taxi driving is a job where you improve
Oh, you make the passenger happy. Good work. Cool.
every day. The same.
So let's see what they have here. These are the different levels, your skill points. The car body is harder to get dirty. The decrease in cleanliness is reduced. As an added benefit, you can save time and money. Yes, nice. I love that they have those little perks here that you can choose for your own driver.
Goes for me. I'm improving my skills as a driver and as a manager, and I want my employees to improve in the areas where they're not as good. I hope you'll enjoy working with us. Barcelona is a challenging city, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Now get out there.
Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Pre-order. I don't think we can pre-order on Steam, can we? I don't think so. Let me have a look here. But usually those games from Nacon, we cannot really do that here. Oh man, this is not going to be monetized. They have the actual music there. Oh, that's okay. Wishlist on Steam. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Ah, so it's coming up. Oh, on the 7th of March. Okay.